The finale of the 4th season of Drag Race UK is coming up next week, and I'm here to ask the age-old question. Where am I? The 4th season of Drag Race UK was, in all fairness, not good. The storylines were predictable, the top 4 was predictable, and everything seemed overproduced. However, I am here to give you the possible answer on who should win Drag Race, Cheddar or Danny. If you enjoy what I do here, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, comment who you think should win the season, and why. If you want to support me even further, you can join my Patreon like all of these lovely people here. Let's be real, guys. The winner of this season will either be Cheddar Gorgeous or Danny Beard. Based on the crowning conventions from Drag Race US, aka Ru's main season, Ru also judges Drag Race UK, they're the only 2 out of the top 4 that are eligible to win it all. Black Peppa spent almost half of the season in the bottom 2, while Jomber's Blonde is a late bloomer. A very late bloomer. After Drag Race UK Season 1, the UK franchise of Drag Race adopted a finale or top 4 formula of needing to have 1 non-English queen, 1 black queen, and or 1 big girl. It happened on Season 2, it happened on Season 3, and now on Season 4 they got all 3 of those. Diversity sells, marketing is important, and you can pretend that that isn't the case, but it will come around to bite you in the ass at some point. Similarly to how one of my patrons, Aubergina, pointed it out to me before the season even began, Drag Race UK's winners mirror Drag Race US's winners. Season 1 winner is there to represent the show. Season 2 winner beat the fighting through the ranks queen. Season 3 winner is a fashion queen with a certain relation to RuPaul that may not have been the best competitor. And Season 4 winner thus has to be somebody who gives you a different style of drag. Different than what the show allows to be represented on Drag Race at least. The 2 queens in question are Cheddar and Danny. In case you haven't noticed, Cheddar Gorgeous is weird. She's a weirdo. She doesn't fit in, and she doesn't want to fit in. Have you ever seen her with the stupid binary ideas of gender on? It's weird. Danny Beard is a bearded queen, and save for Willem, she is the first bearded queen we've ever seen on the Western Drag Race franchises. I don't watch Canada's Drag Race, so if there was somebody there, I don't know. So yeah, they can both mirror Sharon. Danny does so a little more because Cheddar is giving me some Chad Michaels vibes. A legend of the industry whose personality is not over-the-top stereotypical gay person whose only character trait is being gay, so some viewers equal that to her being boring personality. I don't know what the fans think, and also what the fans think shouldn't matter, since the fans did not choose any of the previous placements, but I do think that this time it will come down to the fan vote, purely because these 2 are so close in the competition. Let's see just how close. We have 3 categories that will compare these 2 in, with an added asterisk category of beating the season's twist. Let's get that one out of the way. Season 4 of Drag Race UK did not have a twist, so we can ignore that and just focus on the main 3. The first category asks, who had the best track record by the end of the competition? With this point system in place, I can tell you that Danny wins this one. Danny Beard also joins the very exclusive club of queens that never plays below the safe placement. Don't think that that's going to do her any good. Many queens from recent seasons were deemed as unrelatable simply because they were great in the competition. I guess I'm sorry that you all don't find succeeding often relatable. Funny thing, by the way, Cheddar and Danny are the only 2 queens on this season whose PP scores are larger than 3. So they really dominated it. Let's see who between the 2 really dominated the season. Actually, 4 different queens from this cast had the best score at one point or another in the competition. 2 out of these 4 are in the top 4. The queen that topped the competition only once is LaFille, doing so in episode 3. The queens that topped the competition in 2 episodes of this season are Pixie Polite first, since she got her spot at the top with mini challenge wins in episodes 4 and 5, and then Black Peppa, whose mini and maxi challenge win combo in episode 1 kept her at the top for the first 2 episodes. Yeah, one of the 2 from Cheddar and Danny never was the best competitor. If you're watching actively, you already know that it's Danny in the first spot, having had the best score in 6 episodes of the season, starting in episode 4 and holding that placement until the end. Thus, Danny wins the second category as well. Hi, editing me here. So I got something wrong. Cheddar was at the top of the competition in episode 8 alongside Danny, where they both had 32 points. So she's kind of at the bottom of the list because LaPhil was at the top of the competition solo. Danny still wins this one. Obviously, we can end the video now, since Danny got 2 out of the 3 possible categories. But who knows? Maybe it's the storyline category that gets you the win in the end, since sometimes that's all it takes. Out of the entire season, I wouldn't say that anybody had a good winner storyline. The queens with a potentially good storyline were either eliminated before the finale, like Dakota and Baby, or their storylines simply relied on edging the audience with no payoff, like Pixie and Jombers. Pixie never got her lip sync against Danny or a win over Danny, and Jombers never got a win. Out of Cheddar and Danny, I do also have to say that Danny had a better story, starting the season out kind of doubting her skills, crying every 10 minutes or so, and then growing into her own confidence. Cheddar did not have much of a storyline. The main thing she fought with was the notion that she was boring, but she did not break out of that critique by the end of the season. So again, no resolution happened. Who should win season 4 of Drag Race UK? It should be Danny, based on the season that we watched, but don't be surprised if it ends up being Cheddar. I asked my supporters on Patreon who they think should win the season, with a strict instruction not to say Peppa or Jombers, because let's be real, and this is what they had to say. KP said first, Cheddar, duh. I think it's great that someone with a lot of drag experience is being honored in Drag Race, but I don't mind if Danny wins. Though, to be honest, if Phil was still there, I'd be rooting for them. Yeah, same. Justice for LaPhil. Sal said this. I mean, track record-wise, Danny does have the better looking one with no low placements, but honestly, they're both freaking beasts, my god. It doesn't even matter who wins, they better both turn it in the final lip sync. We have not seen them perform yet, so that'll be something crazy. Okay, I just realized, we did not see either Danny or Cheddar performing the bottom 2 lip sync, or a lip sync for your life at least. We've only seen them in performing challenges, and in them, Danny did always do better than Cheddar. So, unless Cheddar pulls Sasha Velour in the finale, I don't see how she could outperform Danny. Lastly, Max said this. It's a long UK tradition that neither the best track record nor a queen with 4 badges may win. Thus, the crown will go to the next best queen, who may or may not be Jombers Blonde with no wins, or Peppa with only 1 above safe placement in 9 weeks. Bitch, if you don't fucking... In all seriousness, both Cheddar and Danny did amazing and are both deserving. Danny never had a moment of showing weakness, but she was very personable anyway, so that's not an issue. I still kinda believe in may the best drag queen win, which is Danny Beer this season, but who knows? Double? Honestly, I would not be surprised if they did a double crowning this season. And that's it. That's the video. Who do you think should win the season and why? Who do you want to win the season though? I wanted Dakota to win the season, but not gonna happen. Thank you for watching.